Can you truly trust a franchise that trades away its heartbeats? The San Francisco 49ers, fresh off a seismic shift that sent beloved star Deebo Samuel packing, are now reportedly poised to drop another nuclear bomb on their faithful fan base. This time, the target is Brandon Aiyuk, and the cold-blooded reason behind his impending exit will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about NFL loyalty. This isn't just another routine roster shuffle. This is organizational betrayal disguised as smart business, and Aiyuk is about to become the latest victim in San Francisco's relentless, almost savage, pursuit of championship glory. The writing is on the wall, and training camp 2025 might just be the last time we see Aiyuk donning the iconic red and gold. The Deebo domino effect. A philosophical earthquake. Let's rewind a moment. The 49ers' entire offensive identity was rocked to its core. When San Francisco traded Deebo Samuel to the Washington Commanders this offseason, they didn't just lose a player. They ripped out the very heartbeat of their passing attack. Samuel's departure created a massive void, a gaping chasm that, by all rights, should have elevated Brandon Aiyuk to unquestioned WR1 status. But instead, it exposed just how expendable the organization truly considers him. The Samuel trade was touted as a masterstroke, a move to maximize value while they still could, yet it inadvertently peeled back the curtain on the franchise's true priorities. They're not interested in building around veteran receivers with expensive contracts. They crave young, cheap talent that fits their system perfectly, like pieces of meticulously crafted puzzle. Suddenly, Aiyuk's hefty deal, once a simple commitment, began to look less like an asset and more like a luxury they simply couldn't afford. This philosophical shift didn't happen overnight. It was a calculated evolution, a quiet march toward a moment where Aiyuk, despite his immense talent, will become the odd man out in his own receiving room. The ascent of the new guard. Why Aiyuk became expendable here is with a narrative twist into a truly fascinating, and for Aiyuk supporters, infuriating tale. The 49ers' 2024 first-round pick, Ricky Pearsall, has been nothing short of spectacular in his development alongside quarterback Brock Purdy. Despite overcoming a traumatic off-field incident that could have derailed his career, Pearsall finished his rookie season with tremendous momentum and has only gotten better. The chemistry between Purdy and Pearsall is undeniable. They spent countless hours perfecting their timing, and the results are evident in every practice session. Meanwhile, veteran Jawan Jennings continues to be Purdy's most trusted target in crucial situations, providing the gritty reliability that championship teams demand. What makes the situation even more brutal for Aiyuk is Kyle Shanahan's system itself, which has always emphasized versatility in yards after catch, traits that both Pearsall and Jennings possess in abundance. If these younger, cheaper options can provide similar or even superior production, why on earth would the 49ers keep paying Aiyuk's massive salary? The organization has also quietly invested in additional receiving talent through the draft and free agency, creating a depth chart designed to eliminate leverage and create options. This isn't coincidence. It's calculated roster construction, a cold equation that leaves no room for sentimentality. The cold, hard numbers. A financial nightmare now. Let's talk about the elephant in the room: money. Brandon Aiyuk's contract extension, loaded with guaranteed money, was supposed to reward his breakout performances and secure his future in San Francisco. Instead, it's become an albatross around the organization's neck, especially after they extended Brock Purdy to a record-setting quarterback deal. The salary cap mathematics are brutal and unforgiving, with Purdy's massive extension eating up significant cap space and other key players needing new deals. Aiyuk's salary stands out like a sore thumb. The 49ers are facing the harsh reality that they simply cannot afford to pay premium prices for every position, and wide receiver has, astonishingly, become their sacrificial lamb. Even more insulting is the timing. The 49ers signed Aiyuk to this extension, knowing full well that they might not be able to keep him long-term. They essentially use him as a placeholder, a high-price stopgap, while developing cheaper alternatives. Now that those alternatives are ready, Aiyuk has become expendable. The financial calculus is simple but heartless. Trading Aiyuk would free up significant cap space that could be used to address more pressing needs along the offensive and defensive lines. From a purely business perspective, it makes perfect sense. From a human perspective, It's absolutely ruthless. The unfortunate twist of fate. Injury's cruel hand. Brandon Aiyuk's significant knee injury couldn't have come at a worse time for his 49ers career. While he worked tirelessly to return to form, the injury created doubt about his long-term durability and, perhaps more critically, gave the organization a perfect cover to explore other options. During his recovery period, Pearsall and Jennings stepped up, proving that the offense could not only function without him but perhaps even thrive with different dynamics. This injury also provided the perfect excuse for the 49ers to test their depth and evaluate their young talent. What they discovered was that their offense might actually be more versatile and explosive without Aiyuk's hefty contract taking up valuable cap space. The injury didn't just threaten his 2024 season, it threatened his entire future in San Francisco. The cruel irony is that Aiyuk's dedication to returning from injury and his professional approach to rehabilitation should have strengthened his position with the team. Instead, it gave them the time and justification to realize they might not need him as much as they thought. A market ripe for the picking. The suitors emerge across the NFL. Multiple teams are desperately seeking proven receiving talent, and Aiyuk's combination of age, production, and contract status makes him an incredibly attractive target. The Buffalo Bills, Los Angeles Chargers, Houston Texans, and Denver Broncos have all been linked to high-profile receiver trades, and Aiyuk fits their needs perfectly. What makes this situation even more appealing for potential suitors is that Aiyuk's contract, while substantial, is manageable for teams with cap flexibility. He's not just a rental player. He's a legitimate long-term solution for franchises looking to boost their passing attack immediately. The 49ers know this, which is precisely why they're in no rush to make a decision. They can afford to wait for the perfect offer, knowing that desperate teams will eventually meet their asking price. This patience only adds to the psychological torture that Aiyuk must be experiencing. Lynch's ruthless blueprint. A history of cold-blooded moves, General Manager John Lynch has built a formidable reputation for making difficult decisions that prioritize team success over individual relationships. His track record includes several late off-season moves that caught players and fans off guard, and Aiyuk could very well be next on his list. Lynch's timing is particularly noteworthy. He often waits until training camp to make his biggest moves, allowing him to fully evaluate talent and maximize trade value. If the 49ers' young receivers continue to impress during OTAs and early camp sessions, Lynch could pull the trigger on an Aiyuk trade without hesitation. This calculated, almost surgical, approach has served the 49ers well in the past, but has also created an atmosphere where no player feels truly safe. Aiyuk's situation is just the latest, stark example of how quickly fortunes can change in the cutthroat world of the NFL. The public facade versus private fear. Aiyuk's mockery reveals the truth. Perhaps the most telling aspect of this entire situation is how Brandon Aiyuk has handled the relentless trade rumors. His social media posts, seemingly mocking speculation, might appear to be a display of confidence. Yet, they actually reveal how seriously he's taken the possibility of being traded. Players don't mock rumors they're not concerned about. The very fact that Aiyuk feels compelled to address these rumors publicly suggests that he's hearing things behind the scenes that deeply worry him. His attempt to humor might simply be a coping mechanism for a situation that is completely out of his control. League insiders continue to mention his name in trade discussions, and as the old adage goes, where there's smoke, there's usually fire. The 49ers might not be actively shopping him yet, but they are certainly listening to offers and meticulously evaluating their options. The brutal reality of championship pursuit, this entire situation illustrates the ruthless, almost dystopian, nature of championship pursuit in today's NFL. The San Francisco 49ers are willing to sacrifice individual relationships, fan loyalty, and even the emotional fabric of their team in their quest for another Super Bowl title. Aiyuk's potential departure represents everything that's wrong with modern professional sports. The complete prioritization of business over human connection. But here's the uncomfortable truth. It might actually work. If the 49ers can acquire quality draft picks for Aiyuk while their young receivers continue to develop, they could end up with a better overall roster at a fraction of the cost. Sometimes, the most heartless decisions are also the smartest ones in the cold, calculating world of professional football. The question is, how much more can fans endure? After watching them trade away Jimmy Garoppolo, release other veteran leaders, and now potentially move on from Aiyuk. How much loyalty can the organization truly expect in return? This is the new, brutal reality of NFL team building. Everyone is expendable. Contracts don't guarantee security, and yesterday's hero can become today's trade candidate without warning. Brandon Aiyuk is about to learn this lesson the hard way, and the rest of us get to watch it unfold in real time. What's your take on this potential trade? Is it smart business or organizational betrayal? Let me know in the comments below. And hit that like button if you think the 49ers are making a massive mistake by even considering trading their most talented receiver.